Good morning, everybody. Well, here's basically the content of this video today is one simple thing. So if you listen to this, you can then click away. But before you click away, if you wouldn't mind, like and subscribe. So here's the gist of the video. Do not ever borrow money on margin or any other way to purchase stock in any company, in any way investing in the stock market. It is the most dangerous thing you can do. Now, I know there are some seasoned people watching this video who would disagree because they've learned how to play the game. But this video is not for you. This video is for the 25 to 45-year-old people who are the majority of the people who watch my videos. And just don't do it. And it's rampant right now because a lot of young people have never really experienced a crash. They've never experienced an economic downturn so big that it could destroy you. It could destroy your entire portfolio. So just don't ever do it. Now, the reason I bring this up today, there's two reasons. I was listening to a gentleman last night on an X Spaces, and we talk a lot on that particular Spaces about Tesla and other things. There's some really smart people there. There's some engineers there. There's some people who worked for Tesla, who still work for Tesla. There are people on there who are testers of the latest full self-driving technology. So these people know their stuff. But anyway, this one young gentleman came on there and he told his story about how he purchased Tesla stock in 2019 for $65,000. He had gotten an IRA inheritance from his father, and he put in $65,000. And make a long story short, if you can do the math, he obviously made a lot of money on that. He had he not done anything, he had an organic growth in that investment that brought him all the way up to 1.5 million, which is a huge return. Now, this is where the mistake came in. Knowing full well that Tesla is a very volatile stock, he went ahead and he leveraged that money on margin, and then he borrowed. And he borrowed, and then the value of his portfolio went all the way up to 5.4 million. I mean, this was like a rocket ship. But again, we don't know when enough is enough, especially when we're young. So it's important you don't do this. But then, of course, as we all know, the stock, basically, a lot of stuff was happening over at Tesla. You can look it up yourself. The stock went down to $100 a share. And he was essentially wiped out. The margin calls came in, blah, 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 blah. You know the rest of the story. Now, full disclosure, I've been investing in Tesla since 2017. I have never, ever borrowed one penny to purchase that stock. I have sold other stocks to purchase the stock, and I've cleaned up my portfolio, but I've never borrowed money. And I had many opportunities. And another thing I also never did was I never took another asset and transferred it into my investment in Tesla. There are people who would say to me, listen, you've got a lot of money over here. If you have such big belief in Tesla, why don't you put it in there? Well, you got to be careful with that too. You never, ever put all your eggs in one basket. It's extremely dangerous. So my investment, and I'm telling you right now, I'm still investing in Tesla. I've bought the stock all the way from 2017 till was it yesterday or the day before? I forget. I usually post my buys on X when I buy, but I'm still buying Tesla. But don't do this. Do not do this to yourself. Tesla, as you know, is an extremely volatile company. Now, I firmly believe over time that it will grow. By the way, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. And, we even told this guy last night, you need to get a financial advisor. Don't be doing these crazy, wacky deals, leveraging money. Do not take chances like that. Get a financial advisor. Don't listen to guys on YouTube. I just share this information because it's what I do. I could be proven wrong too, we don't know. Which leads me to the next point of the video. Tesla is extremely volatile, extremely volatile. It's up and down, and it's also based on a news cycle. Now, we're about to launch Robotaxi in Austin in June. We don't know what date, and all we know is that Elon has told us that the rollout will be about 20 vehicles. It's a very small amount of vehicles. Now, I've done a video previous on this, so there's no need to regurgitate that, but you are seeing already, in fact, today as I speak, there are 5 stories this morning came out about Tesla that are totally false. They're totally false. But people follow that stuff, they read it, they believe it, especially when it comes to legacy media, and this could have an enormous impact on the stock. Now, that is going to ramp up. You know, we're a couple of weeks away from June 1st, and just understand, you are going to see stories come out that I would actually, again, nobody knows what's going to happen with the price of any stock. I would not be shocked if there are enough stories out there that will drag the stock down. I don't know how much or when or how or who, but I can guarantee you right now, if you are a person right now that has margin on Tesla, be very, very cautious. I don't think you should do it. I'm sorry, I just hit the microphone. I don't think you should do it at all. But if you are going to do it, you need to be very, very cautious, especially right now. This is a transition for Tesla. Tesla is transitioning from a car company to a technology company to an energy company to a compute company. And it's, you know, also Optimus is coming online very, very soon. They're going to be a robotics company. They already are. But I'm telling you right now, do not, if you never listen to anything else I say, do not ever leverage yourself with margin on any company. Thanks for watching.